Hello, everyone. It's me, Mrs. Gronnert, and today I'm going to tell you one of my favorite stories called How the Moon Came to Be. Once upon a time, there lived a beautiful Mayan princess. Now, this princess was one of the most beautiful creatures to have ever walked the earth. Not only all the people of the Mayan village loved her and saw her beauty, but also the animals, the plants, and even the sun in the sky saw how beautiful she was, because she was not only beautiful on the outside, she was also beautiful on the inside as well. Well, every day this princess would go out walking through the rainforest all the way to the ocean. And every day as she walked, she would notice the beauty of the rainforest, the trees growing, the butterflies flying, the animals hiding and jumping and living there. And when she walked to the ocean, she would always say hello to the fish. Why, hello, beautiful fish, with your sparkling scales. It's always nice to see you. Thank you, princess, the fish would reply. And they also noticed her beauty. Now, when she walked, she was also followed by another. It was the sun. And every day the sun would look down upon the beautiful princess and say, "Hello, beautiful princess. How are you today?" And she would look back at him and say, "Oh, sun, how are you? Thank you for helping the plants to grow and warming the earth. It's so nice to have you here." Well, because the sun and the princess were so kind toward each other, and the princess loved everything about the sun. She loved how he shined brightly in the sky. She loved how he warmed the earth and helped the plants grow. That they fell in love. Well, for many, many weeks, the sun would follow the princess as she went on her walks through the rainforest, and they would talk and chat. And it just made them fall in love even more. So that one day, the sun decided to marry the princess. He said, "Oh, beautiful princess, I am so in love with you. Will you please marry me?" And the princess said, "Why, of course. I've always been in love with you, son. You are the most wonderful thing around." Well, that day the sun sent down one of his rays to the earth from the sky to take the princess and carry her back to him. Well, the ray carried the princess into the sky so that she could be with the sun. And they were so happy to be together. They loved it because they were married and they loved each other and they were together. But there was someone who did not share their happiness at all. In fact, there was someone who was enraged by this marriage, and it was the king, the princess's father. He was so angry that the son had taken his daughter from him. "The son is not good enough for my daughter. No one's good enough for my daughter. I know what to do. I'm going to take revenge on the son and get my daughter back." So because he was a powerful king, he decided to have all of the men of the village help him to build the biggest blowgun you've ever seen and the biggest ball to shoot out of the blowgun. Now, every day for months, the men worked hard to build a blowgun that was big enough to shoot into the sky and hit the sun. So they would work and work and work. And the king would say, "Don't stop, work hard, make me the best blowgun." They also worked to build a large ball that would be able to fly through the sky and hit the sun so that he could have his daughter back. Now, while all the men were working, the king was also working. He was working to make his lungs strong so that he would be able to blow the blowgun with enough force to get his daughter back. Every day he would make his lungs stronger. Every day. Well, after the blowgun was finished and the king had worked hard enough to make his lungs so strong that he knew he'd be able to hit the sun, he and all the people of the village took the blowgun and the ball and climbed to the top of the highest mountain in all the land. They put the blowgun on the mountain. Then the king knelt down and the people put the ball in the blowgun. And the king blew with all the strength in his lungs. And the ball flew through the air all the way across the sky and all the way to the sun. Well, the ball hit the sun, but the sun is so far from the earth that the ball didn't hurt the sun. It only startled him. And when it startled him, he dropped the princess. And the princess fell down, down, down. Down, down, down. And she fell right into the ocean. Well, she fell into that ocean, and she didn't just fall, she broke into thousands and thousands of tiny pieces floating in the ocean. And that poor princess just began to cry. Oh. Help me. Someone please help me. Please help me. I want to be back with my love. The sun, please. Well, if you remember, the fish were good friends with the beautiful princess. So they tried their best to help her. They took all of her tiny little pieces and put them together as best as they could remember. But they couldn't remember everything about what she looked like. They could only remember her beautiful face. So they put her face together just as it was. But the princess was still sad. Oh, please, please, my friends, fish, please, help me to get back to my love, the sun. So the fish decided they would help because they really did love the princess as well. So all the little fish in the ocean got together and they swam together in a big pile. And then they decided that they would jump with all their might so that the princess could reach the sun in the sky. And that's just what they did. The little tiny fish jumped up, up, up with the princess in the sky. And they did reach the sky. The princess and the fish. You can still see them there today. They weren't able to reach the sun, but the princess is the moon in the sky, and the fish with their shiny glittering scales are the stars that you see today. And that moon is up there forever chasing her love, the sun. So tonight, you might want to look up in the sky and see if you can see the face of the beautiful princess in the moon. I hope you enjoyed this story today, and I hope to see you again very soon.